there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Jess Hilarious, this fallout drama with the Breakfast Club. Remember, of course, she counted her chickens before they hatch in December and said that she was the new host of the Breakfast Club, you guys, in December, and then we never saw her again. We've never seen her again, and they're not even doing a co-host right now on the Breakfast Club. It's just Charlamagne and DJ Envy now. But Jess Hilarious is not having a good week. She is in the news, but she is pissed off, you guys. So a couple of days ago, on the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy and Charlamagne, they are comparing SZA to Mary J. Blige for some reason and saying she's this generation's Mary J. Blige. I personally do not like comparisons. I think it's annoying when people do it because here's the thing. There's different things that people go through in different eras, whether it is, like, I hate the LeBron and Michael Jordan comparisons in sports. I hate the comparisons people do in music because people don't take into consideration all of the factors that were involved. When Mary J. Blige came out, there wasn't social media, there wasn't all of these other things. There were different challenges and things that she had to go through to make it possible for SZA. And if we're talking about hits, we're talking about Grammys, awards, sold out shows, all of these things, and business ventures and entrepreneurship. There's no comparison, right? And don't get me started on acting. Don't get me started on Monet from Power Book Ghost. So that's a whole nother topic in itself. But nonetheless, Jess Hilarious was not happy. And so she went into her stories on the 23rd and said the following. I was not going to post it because it was a little expletive, but you'll get the hint. It says, "These bleep are trash. Envy, shut up. I know artists be pissed when old heads do this because now everybody negatively comparing SZA to MGB, and it ain't even her fault. She has her own identity already," was what she wrote, and she did this to kind of repost what the comments were that DJ Envy and Charlamagne were having, because they, like I said, they called SZA this generation's Mary J. Blige, and it just wasn't a good look, right? But nonetheless, this is getting traction amongst the people because, again, it is adding fuel to the fire that there is this beef, that there's this drama, that something went wrong besides contract negotiations as to why Jess Hilarious is not the co-host of this show. And so now what we're going to have is Exhibit B, technically Exhibit A, because this will be the first thing that we're displaying. But nonetheless, Cam Newton and Brandon Marshall, who are former NFL athletes who have a podcast, right? And if you'll recall, Country Wayne had referenced in his Club Shay Shay interview, Jess Hilarious' interview that she did with Cam Newton a little while back, in which she was dragging Country Wayne and all these things, right, that caused all this drama. And so Cam decided, at the conclusion of this interview in the Breakfast Club, that he's going to try to get the tea on what happened with Jess Hilarious. So let's take a listen, you guys.
Unlike a lot of people who just throw a grenade and leave, I'm pulling up with a knife. I mean, I got to be real.
It's the best.
Yeah, come on.
I'd rather have a conversation with you.
Come on.
And that's why a lot of people in this space I don't respect, because you're too busy talking about folks.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
Yeah.
Have a conversation with them.
That. Well, we appreciate you brothers for joining us.
Yes, sir.
And y'all guys are invited anytime, you know that. So if you in town, pull on up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just come on up.
Nah. See, I'm gonna tell you, like I told Brandon. I ain't gonna keep doing freebies.
I ain't mad at you.
But that's scratch your back.
I ain't mad at you.
The next time you gotta come on our.
I'll be there. Say less.
You see what I'm saying? So and we can look. I'm not saying that to say y'all gotta pay me. What I am saying, hey, just return the favor.
Say less. I'm there.
And hopefully when we get our co-host, whenever that happens, we'll all come together.
Hold on. What happened?
I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation you had with
Hold on. Mm-hmm. What happened before we get out of here? The people I want to know.
With what?
With Jess Hilarious.
Oh, I loved y'all conversation on
That was a good conversation. Like y'all, that was an amazing conversation.
What happened to Jess Hilarious on the Breakfast Club?
Yo, Cam Newton and Brandon Marshall, thank y'all for joining us. Man. We appreciate them so much.
You, man.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Thing on?
So a couple of things to react to. Number one, I don't understand this high horse, this moral ground that Charlemagne the God now is on about not talking about people, but talking to them and getting to know them, when he is the number one person who drags all these people, who comes for all these people, who quote unquote is not one of the gatekeepers, and all of a sudden now he's the spokesperson of the moral police when you are a part of a show that gossips about celebrities and entertainers. Make it make sense. Number two, DJ Envy orchestrated this because he is messy boots. He likes the drama. Throwing in there at the end of the interview with Cam Newton and Brandon Marshall, oh, well, you know, maybe whenever we come on your platform, we'll have a co-host by then. Really? So you knew, you set up that layup. You set up that pass for Cam Newton to just throw the gauntlet out and see whether or not either you were going to catch it. And, I heard Charlemagne, he kept saying, and the other thing too about this, neither DJ Envy or Charlemagne the God would say Jess Hilarious' name, which I also found poignant as well. But nonetheless, as Cam Newton was saying it, you could hear Charlemagne in the background saying, yeah, I loved your interview with her. Trying to pivot the conversation and trying to give props for Cam Newton's platform that, hey, I enjoyed your interview with Jess Hilarious, but not saying her name, right? And so then he's still trying to get to the tea, you guys. He's still trying to get to what happened. He's a blogger now. He's a podcaster now. He's trying to get the tea. He's trying to get the receipts on why Jess Hilarious is not the co-host of The Breakfast Club. And once again, Charlemagne says, well, I love the interview that you did on, with her on your platform or whatever. Still won't say her name and all these other things. And he's like, but that's not what I asked. Like, what happened? And then Charlemagne and DJ Envy conclude the interview. And say, thanks so much for coming to the Breakfast Club and all these other things. So here's what I think happened from a corporate standpoint. I think, number one, the higher-ups were probably told DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God not to discuss the Jess Hilarious situation, number one. I think, number two, they're pissed off that Jess Hilarious called them out the other day about their comparison to SZA and Mary J. Blige, number two. And I still think it was a contract dispute, but it also could have been an issue of some other things behind the scenes because it seems like something messy. It seems like there's a missing puzzle piece that is very messy in the situation that we have yet to uncover, you guys. Because why can't you even say her name? Like as if she can't, like she doesn't even exist. Like we're referencing her, but not even saying her name right now. But then DJ Envy, you start with the mess by saying, well, if we ever get a co-host in the future, whether if we ever get a third person to sit here, blah, 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 blah. You wanted that talk out there. You wanted something as bait for Cam Newton to take and try to make this some type of messy situation. You knew exactly what you're doing because you love mess. You absolutely love mess. You and your wife tried to get on Real Housewives of New Jersey a few times, allegedly, back in the day. So this doesn't surprise me that you tried to orchestrate this foolishness. But nonetheless, we are no closer to any tea on what actually went down, other than we can assume that, like I said at the beginning of the video, Jess Hilarious count the chickens before they hatch. Made that announcement in December that she was going to be the new co-host. It sounds like they told her, whoever, the executives at iHeart or whoever told her, hey, everybody likes you. You're testing well on these episodes that you co-host, blah, 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 blah. We think you're going to be the next co-host. And then maybe the contract came in eventually and she was lowballed. She wasn't making Angela Yee money. Right? But here's the thing too with that. There shouldn't be an expectation that you're going to make a certain amount of money just because you're in the Breakfast Club, or that you're even going to be making close to Angela Yee money when she's been established in this radio industry for decades now. But I think the other side of it is Jess Hilarious has built her platform on social media already, so she's probably looking at it from the perspective, hey, I can make more money on my own as a solo entity on these other platforms than getting up 6 to 10 trying to do this mess with DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God for what I feel is pennies. right? But I think the bigger picture she's missing is the exposure that she would get, the opportunity she would get. As you can see, Charlamagne has like 20 other jobs right now and is on all these other podcasts right now and has all this influence. So I think big picture, Jess Hilarious could have parlayed this into other things instead of just looking at whatever the bottom line said. But even with that being said, I still think there's some drama. I still think there is there's some type of incident, there is some type of conversation, there is some type of quote, there is something, because there is no reason that Charlamagne and DJ Envy can't even say her name. That's bad to me. That's bad to me. It's no, like, they're not even saying we wish her the best, all is good, there's no bad blood. Like, nobody is saying anything. Just giving Cam Newton his props on his interview with her, but refusing to say her name as if it's forbidden, as if it is banned in the Breakfast Club studios, you guys. And I just want to know where we go from here. How much longer do you guys think the Breakfast Club is going to last? First of all, and how long do you think they're going to go without there being a co-host? And do you think eventually they're going to start rotating in co-hosts again, or is this going to be a thing where DJ Envy and Charlamagne are just going to wing it as a twosome, as a duo for now? Like, what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.